In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the easiest, most simple, cleanest, healthiest, vegan, no sugar added, no junk added, gluten-free, overnight oats. It is so simple, it is so easy, and make sure that you stick around to the end because I'm going to be telling you 5 ways that you can incorporate these overnight oats into your daily diet. If you are new here, hi honey, my name is Emmie. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where you work with me as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet. If you want to do that with the help of me and my team, just click the link in the down bar or go to healthyemmie.org. Also wanted to let you know that my B12 is now available, so if you need to supplement vitamin B12, which if you don't eat meat, you do need to supplement vitamin B12, get that in the down bar too. So my boyfriend's work supplies them with healthy snacks, according to my boyfriend. So whenever he says he has a healthy snack or he's brought over a healthy snack from work, I say, keep going. I'm sure they look great. Yes, sweetheart, you go for it. And then he brought home these packaged overnight oats. And I looked at the ingredients and I was like, this is actually extremely healthy. And then I took a bite and I was like, okay, the way I see it, I have 3 options here. Option number 1, I run my boyfriend's company dry by having him smuggle me these overnight oats. Option 2, I go to the grocery store and buy these myself. Or option 3, I covertly recreate the recipe myself, share it on my YouTube channel, and give it to you too. So here we are today, and I'm sharing with you the recreated overnight oats recipe so that you can make these at home. Eventually my overnight oats are going to go into this cute little canister, but I want to mix everything into a bowl before I put it in there. So the 4 ingredients that you're going to need are oats. To be honest with you, rolled oats are best, but this is what I have on hand. I have quick oats on hand. I like quick oats, but for overnight oats, rolled oats really are the best for overnight oats. But anyway, this is what I've got. I've got half of an apple that I diced up, and I diced it up to be as small as I could possibly be. I've chosen to use a delicious apple because I find delicious apples to be really sweet as opposed to something that's tart. To be honest with you, you won't catch me dead eating a delicious apple just straight up. But in this recipe, I chose to do the red delicious just because they are so sweet. I have almond milk. You can use any type of plant-based milk. And then I have cinnamon. I really am just recreating the ingredients label that I found on the package itself. And this is how we're going to do it. So to my bowl, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of oats. I'm going to add a half of a diced apple. I'm adding 3/4 of a cup of almond milk. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of ground flaxseed. This was not on the ingredients list, but I am going to add it to help thicken it up a little bit. And then just a little touch of cinnamon. Now I'm going to divvy these up into my little canisters. I will link these. You could do a mason jar. I'm just going to link the ones that I have. I got them on Amazon. I'll link them in the description bar. So we've got our adorable little canisters here. We'll put the bamboo on top. And you know the drill. These are going to go into the fridge overnight. Here we are early the next morning. I'm talking quietly because it's the morning and my overnight oats are ready to be taken out of the fridge. How perfect that you can just pop them in the fridge. They're ready to come out. And now it's a nice thick consistency. And what I would recommend at this point is to add some sort of a sweetener if you are new to this lifestyle. So you could go ahead and drizzle some maple syrup on top, some agave. If you're not vegan, you could do a little bit of honey. You could do some brown sugar to sweeten up the surface. or you could just dive right into this gooey goodness. Now let's talk about 5 ways that you can use overnight oats in your daily diet. First and foremost, the 3 p.m. hour. I find that this is the time that most people tend to go downhill because they think that they shouldn't eat at this time because it's technically not mealtime. Lunch is over, dinner isn't for a few hours, and so they suffer through this time. You need to eat if you feel hungry, period. That's a non-negotiable. Now, on top of this, it's usually a very busy hour for people. If kids are coming home from school or if they're doing carpool, in those scenarios, having these overnight oats in the fridge ready to go is going to make it that much easier for you to stay on track with your healthy eating because you don't have to prepare anything. It's done, it's in the fridge, it's ready to go. A second great use for these overnight oats is as a nightcap. At the end of the night, are you just wanting something a little sweet, a little bit cold, a little bit special? Pop these into the fridge, and instead of going for the ice cream, go for this. You'll actually feel satisfied. You won't feel gross and sluggish when you get into bed, and you won't have a stomach ache the next morning. You'll actually feel super energized because you've filled up your glycogen stores with high quality carbohydrates. The third great use for these overnight oats is when you're running out the door in the morning. Now, I'm not a big advocate of eating on the go and eating when you're stressed and between places and you're not able to fully focus on your meal. But if you are just getting into this lifestyle and it's too overwhelming for you to go to eating a protein bar on the way out the door to sitting down, making time for yourself and eating mindfully, I understand that's a big gap that we have to bridge, and we can absolutely take baby steps with this. As I do with my clients, let's take one step that makes it better than where you were beforehand. And one step better than running out of the door with a protein bar is running out of the door with this. A fourth and fantastic use of overnight oats is when you're pre-gaming dinner. Now, when I say pre-game, I don't mean that you're whooping it up, getting the drinks going, popping champagne. If that's your thing, go for it. It's not my thing. I'm talking about when you're going out to dinner with people, you need to pregame before you go, because if you don't pregame, as in you don't eat something before you go, you're going to be eating things that you shouldn't be eating. Let's face it. Restaurant food looks delicious, smells delicious, and it tastes delicious. And it's usually loaded with butter, salt, oil, and animal fat. No good. So if you eat before you go, you're going to make a great decision while you're there, as opposed to going in super hungry and then making a decision that's not going to make you feel your best. So if you eat something like this before you go, that you don't have to do a bunch of cooking before you go out to dinner, then you're going to make a better decision while you're at the restaurant. A fifth and final fantastic use for the overnight oats is for the evening commute. If you prep these and put them in your fridge at work, prep 5, bring them to work, put them in the fridge, on the way home, you can prevent the getting home and just eating everything in the pantry by having this on your way home. If you liked these tips, these are the type of tips that I give my clients when I'm working with them in the Slim on Starch program. So definitely make sure that you click the link in the down bar and apply to work with me. Of course, make sure that you're supplementing your vitamin B12. I love you, honeys, and I will see you in my next one. Woo!